morning. Out here in Quartzsite, Arizona right now. And I just wanted to show you my newest reading book. Hope you can see that. My new Forrest Fenn book, Too Far to Walk. And pretty excited to get this book. We ended up getting the autographed copy. So I was very excited about that. Anyways, just wanted to give you an update. I'll let you know how it goes once I get into reading this book. I just finished reading Too Far to Walk. And something that caught my eye in chapter 37, the title of the chapter is Treasures Galore. Maybe it's the title that caught my eye. It probably was. In this chapter, Fenn talks about hiking through a forest. He doesn't say hiking through the forest. To me, when he says hiking through a forest, he has a particular one in mind, but I haven't figured out what one that is yet. He wrote, "I'll happily share my national forests with you." This got me curious, so I looked up all the national forests in New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana, and then eliminated the ones that I think fall outside of the search area. And this is what I came up with here. I don't know if you could see it, but I put red dots of all the national forests that are in those states that I feel are in the search area. And if you zoom in a little bit more, this is the zoomed in version of the map. So there was only one. I was surprised in New Mexico that popped up. Anyways, I wanted to narrow it down a little bit more. On page 198, he talks about healing smells of pine needles and pinyon pollen and juniper berries. Pinyon pines are native to New Mexico and Colorado. And from what I've read, they're not native to Wyoming or Montana. And here's a map of the areas where the pinyon pines grow. And again, the red dots show the national forests compared to where the pinyon pines grow. The pinyon pine is the state tree of New Mexico. I thought that was a little interesting. And Forrest has talked about the smell of pinyon pines before. We know that he's really fond of them. In 2015, Forrest did a video interview for the State Department of Tourism in New Mexico. He said, "If I was standing where the treasure chest is, I'd see trees, I'd see mountains, I'd see animals, I'd smell wonderful smells of pine needles or pinyon nuts and sagebrush, and I know the treasure is wet." I'll put a link to the video for that below so you can watch it yourself. I'm wondering now, does the lack of pinyon pines in Wyoming and Montana narrow the search down to just Colorado and New Mexico? I haven't figured that one out yet, but it's an interesting thought.